everyone involved doing the right thing, the system does not execute for people that steal pieces and parts. So they'll get frustrated and fade away.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Mhm. Definitely.
If
Yeah,
they
and
can't,
it's kind of fun when you're able to pull up and see like a bunch of cartoon houses and see a bunch of houses with keys and that kind of stuff. That's it's a lot different what it used to be. It's like for me, I get over to Facebook here and I click on this messenger and I'm going to see houses right out of the gate. Even though half of them's using the wrong houses, it don't matter. Still the same concept.
Yeah, I haven't even gone that far yet, Marty. I just finally started to post. So, and I have barely even done that. So it's me just trying to redirect my time to spend it doing this. So I'm
Right.
working into it, but it's taken me some time.
now,
For
Tina,
Yeah,
are
it's
you
a
are you an LO?
Yes,
Okay. So do you have your own processors or do you do all your own paperwork?
I do have my own processors and LOA. I haven't introduced them to this at all.
So once you do introduce them to it, you should be putting your LOA and your processor in the group. And
Okay.
then if something falls through the cracks, they can help you maintain all these messages,
Okay.
right?
yeah. It was one of the best things that we did, and it wasn't easy for us because some of my processors are old school.
Yeah.
They didn't want to do anything through Messenger.
Right.
Right.
But
Well,
once we
Marty's
got to
got
know it,
me,
really has helped.
Marty's got me training what, 12, 15 LOs right now, Marty,
Hmm.
helping to train all these LOs. And they put me in
Doing a
every
great
message
job, by the way.
group. Thank you. And so are you over here busting it out, helping new people every day. But because I'm in every messenger group, Tina, when I see an LO that or a group that doesn't get the house changed, doesn't have a question answered, the client's sitting there waiting, I
Yeah.
actually can go in there and assist them and answer those questions, change those houses, and
Okay.
make things flow. Does that make sense? You just make it flow. So eventually you're going to, I hope that you're going to show everybody how to do this and you get to sit on top and kind of make sure it all flows well.
Okay.
And you want to get to that position where you're on every group so that you can help all that happen correctly. Because what ends up happening is when you post and you got 40, 50 people talking, you might forget to change that house, or that client asked, a question and you didn't get back, the LO didn't get back to it, or the processor didn't get back to it. And you can take care of that moment for them. And it builds such a strong sense of teamwork and community that your LOs actually get more loyal to the system and you as it goes forward.
Okay. Well,
I tell you something else I love too, Tina, is use as a branch manager or broker trying to build your real estate office. Use the Google Drive. Use Google to the extreme. I mean, it's super cheap, $10 a user to get the Google business, but you get unlimited storage. And I'm telling you, we use it for about everything now. But this right here, our processors will go in and put our contract close dates. This really helped us out big time because between the buzz loop and this right here, we knew what was going on a lot better as branch managers because a lot of times we would kind of get thrown to the wolves if somebody was upset. They'd be like, "Okay, Marty, you need to get on the phone with this person. What's going on?" Well, they're mad because we missed a closing date. Why did we miss a closing date? I don't know. They said that it's our fault, of course, So we have these battles. Neil knows what I'm talking about.
yeah.
But at least this will keep us. It keeps you in the know. So between the buzz loop and the messenger houses, getting to see those as a branch manager, seeing your processors communicate. The processor said it has cut down their telephone calls tremendously. It has sped the process up big time. Because think about this: old school, you're faxing or you're emailing. If you're a processor emailing asking for something, you don't know when that person is going to read that email. You
Right.
don't know how long it's going to take. And you don't know how long it's going to take to get that stuff back. Where in a messenger group, everybody kind of feels like they're under a microscope because they know the real estate agents in there. They know the loan officers in there, the processors. So when the processor says, "Hey, I need a better copy of your W-2s. They didn't come through clear," then they understand. But a lot of times what was happening before that is the processor would tell me, "Hey, Marty, we need a W-2 from the customer." They wouldn't even say better copy. They say, "We need a W-2 for 2018. I get on the phone with the customer. Hey, I need W-2 2018. Oh, I've already sent that in. Okay. Susan, they already sent it in. Oh, well, we can't read it. Oh, okay. So I got tired of playing monkey in the middle.
Yeah.
So we got to fix
but
this.
not only that, Marty, right? Like the communications there, they feel like everybody's in the group, but it also cuts down on that back end when the loan's not flowing completely correct, closing date's a little pushed. There's less arguments, less bad phone calls, less upset people because they saw throughout the process that it took days for people to respond to stuff or get stuff. And it's already out there in front of them, and you don't have to call up the realtor and explain, okay, well, it took 4 days to get this and 3 days to do this and
Right.
2 days to do that. But
And the client slows the process down more than anybody does in reality.
Right.
absolutely. And if you
You
get a
know.
good client, Marty, and Marty can back me up on this, but look, I just took when's the last time you closed a USDA file 14 days start to finish? And I'm not talking business days.
Wow.
We just closed one 14 days start to finish. From the day I talked to the client to the day it's clear to close, 14 days.
That's excellent.
USDA,
USDA, brother.
That's amazing, huh?
was it Indiana?
Nope, it was Miss Stewart out of South Carolina.
Cool.
Damn.
So
Yeah,
question.
but we had a model borrower. Great credit.
Yeah.
On top of getting us docs every time we asked. Everything went perfectly smooth.
And USDA must have been on point, like no turn, like 1 day turn time.
It had a 2-day turn time. And on top of that, guys, no joke, I could have never done it without the messenger groups. They were so instantaneous. We would message in the messenger group, Miss Stewart, we need this. 30 minutes later or less, that document was in the email with the processor.
Okay.
If I emailed that to the client, it might have taken 2 days for her to see it.
Yeah. True.
Yep. The messenger
No,
groups are life changing. I'm telling you guys. Thank you, Neil. I appreciate that. I'm going to clip that little part out. I'm impressed. I didn't know that. I'm Neil's branch manager. I didn't know that.
Hey, isn't that the way it's supposed to work? You shouldn't have to know what I'm doing.
That's true.